Hey there, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to these messages and conversations with you guys. I am feeling very inspired and excited to share with you guys what's been kind of happening in my own life journey and wanting to hope, well, I'm actually just hoping that it attunes with you and resonates with you. So today I have a question for you, which is all around your choices in your life, and not just your big, grand, great choices, but your choices that you're making in every moment. And one of the things, it actually was a pretty big awakening for me just last night when I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling great in the day, and I was noticing some weird energies come forth for me and in communication with my partner, and I just addressed the elephant in the room, and I just knew something was a bit off, right? Something was a bit off, and I needed to investigate what that might be. And by the end of the day, it had become really clear to me, and I sat down in contemplation and just connection to something bigger than just myself, and kind of just surrender mode. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling off right now, but I'd like to know. I want to address it. What is it that I am doing to co-create my experience of my life right now? And as I deepened into that, it became really, really clear to me that I had been saying yes to a whole lot of things that were really a no for me. And like, you know, just even the little things like, you know, somebody expressing something that they'd like to do, and you just thinking, oh, well, it's a loving thing. I don't really, your intuition, you get an intuitive hit, like, or your gut hit, like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And then you might rewrite it like, oh, well, they want to do that. That's a loving thing to do. So you negate that kind of gut feeling or intuition because you think, oh, that's not as important as showing up for this person is, right? Or whatever. That's just one example of what was going on for me yesterday. And I realized that all of the little yeses I was saying to the things that were truly a no for me was starting to really stack up to the point that I was feeling so off energetically. And over these last few months, and indeed my entire life journey, I can pinpoint the times where, because I've not been saying yes to the things that were a yes and saying no to the things that were a no based on what that intuitive hit or gut feeling was for me, and instead, you know, going to sleep to that and, you know, saying yes to things that were a no and saying no to things that were a yes, it was making me physically sick. And I have been, over these last few months, I've been more sick than I've ever been consistently in my entire life. Like, all of these patterns have had to come to the surface. And this is just one big pattern of mine, which is, yeah, this saying yes to others when it's really a no for me, or the other way around, saying no to my own self and saying yes to what others want, right? And so, over time, I've really just gotten sick of being sick. You know, that's kind of what's had to happen for me. I've had to experience it on the physical level for me to go, hang on a minute. Like, I need to see what's at play here. We're very layered human beings. You know, it's not just what we're dealing with in the physical. It's the mental realm, the emotional realm, the energetic realm, right? It's all of the different layers that make us who we are, right? And so basically, when I was able to identify, oh my gosh, I've been saying yes to all these things that have been a no for me, really, and I've known in the moment they're a no, but I've said yes. Why have I done that? What is the fear that I'm, you know, that's underwriting that, right? Why am I doing that? And I realized as I got deeper into it, I had the fear of losing connection, you know, losing love, being seen in a negative light, creating conflict or tension. And so I was, you know, trying to avoid conflict in my external world, but the inner conflicts were gathering, right, to the point where I just couldn't ignore them anymore. And over time, this has become a very quick process for me. What used to take years of consistently negating my own intuition and taking on being and becoming what others wanted from me in my external world, or at least my perception of what others valued and wanted, that's shortened to months, and now it's come into days for me. Like it might be in a day, that I start realizing that. And my hope is that as I go through the journey, it'll become an hour, it'll become a minute, it'll become in a moment. All right. And that's my hope for you guys as well, because at the end of the day, if you're not saying yes to your own intuition, you're not truly living the life that you were born to live. Right? Whose life are you living when you're sacrificing your essence? You're sacrificing the truth of who you are. You're sacrificing the innate wisdom that you have connection to in your own intuition. Right? That is why we have to practice, make it a practice to turn off all the noises in our external world and start going deeper and deeper into the subtleties of our own being, because that is how we are connected to something much larger than us, guiding us, something much kind of sacred, right, and benevolent, that has our best interests at heart. Don't throw away your power of your life and your direction and your momentum and what is true for you and fulfilling for you to some external source in some other human being experience, right? Because we're all imperfect. We're all on the journey. And what we really need to do is channel back our own power into that own listening into the subtleties of our own intuition, our own inner world, our own wisdom, because it's there, right? You are a channel to something bigger than yourself that has all the answers and is your one and only, basically, higher power. But we get in this trap of making everybody else our higher power, and we wonder why we're feeling so powerless, when all we're doing is giving away that power, not listening to it, aligning to the external rather than the internal. And we have to go on that journey of recapturing those moments in time and becoming so consciously aware of when we are negating our inner wisdom and truth, knowing what the fear is underlying that, and then making a change for the better. Right? And it is a lifelong journey, but it is one on which I feel the path of our true fulfillment and our meaningful existence resides at the end of, and on the journey of, I should say as well. And I sat there and I lay down last night pretty exhausted from trying to fit everything in my schedule that's meaningful, and making sure and standing guard of my schedule and making sure that it's not being infiltrated with everybody else's priorities that are actually not true to myself. I lay there with my partner and, I shared with him, that I need to practice aligning with my intuition despite the consequences that my ego fears, right? And I invited him on the journey, and, he's a courageous soul to be in relationship with me, because I'm always going to be growing. I'm always going to be aligning more deeply in my own integrity. And that ruffles a lot of people's feathers. They want you to just stay in the certainty of what they know, right? And, there's a reason why I've selected the partner that I have, right? Because my experiences have shown me that this person is my person because of the freedom that they allow my spirit. And all given we have our challenges and we have times where we are almost fearfully trying to trap each other's spirit or whatever goes on. But the truth of the matter is we can see through the fears and we can make adjustments in love. And this was one of them. And I invited him on the scary journey that I'm embarking on, which is to become more and more attuned to when I am saying yes to things that are truly a no for me, and having the courage to actually say no when the truth is a no, and say yes when the truth is a yes. and, you know, to invite the people in your life and in relationship with you on that journey to help to support the freedom of your spirit. You know, that is the quality of relationship that we all yearn for at the deepest level. So stop sacrificing it, because and start having the courage to invite people on that journey with you, because, and you have to be willing to do it for them as well, right? When you want them to do something, but it's a no for them, you want to nurture the no, right? Because when you don't, and when you manipulate or try to control somebody into your yeses when they're not a yes for them, all you do is sabotage the relationship, because they'll end up in resentment. They'll end up not feeling free with you. They'll end up wanting to run away from you. They'll end up wanting to disconnect and detach from you. So whether you get your way now, just think more future orientated. And if the truth is that you want the highest aspects of what we can experience in our relationships, then you have to be willing to give others the freedom of their own spirit and choices. And the only way you're going to allow others to truly have that gift in relationship to you is when you have the courage to embark on the freedom of your own spiritual choices. All right? And that means you have to get attuned to your instrument, your physical instrument, the subtleties of it. You have to know what a no feels like. You have to know what a yes feels like. And you have to have the courage to align your external world from the inside out. All right. And so I hope that this definitely inspires you guys today, because I'm feeling empowered. And I just wanted to share with you guys a couple of ways in which this pattern has been coming out for me. And I can't wait to check in with you guys. So drop me some comments and let me know where you are in the world. Say hi, any words of wisdom, experiences, or any questions you have for myself or the community, please share them. But one of the things that I realized has been draining my energy this week has been, as you guys know, I got back into these messages and coming back out and connecting with you guys. And it's my practice of showing up. I have to know that, or practice that I'm showing up from the right place. I'm showing up from freedom of spirit rather than you know, what I think other people need from me or want from me in my external world. And I found myself slowly going back into past patterns that have trapped my spirit in the past. And a funny example, it might seem meaningless, but there's draw cards in it for me, has been, you know, I'm so grateful for the engagement that you guys have with me online. And I want you guys to know how grateful I am for that. So I want to, and I value each of you, and I want to engage back with you, right? And sometimes I put such a emphasis on that it prevents me, it's so much pressure that it prevents me from getting into any action. And that's why I kind of get into this retreat mode in a way. And then like I need to like mold, you know, get back into alignment basically and see how I want to go with things, right? And so if I don't get back to comments or the beautiful messages that you guys have been sending me straight away, just please do trust that I'm really grateful. I really value you, and I will get back to you. I just have to do it in such a way that I'm in flow with my spirit, and it will come. Right? And what I'm practicing in my life right now is to not get stuck in rigidity of things I think I should do and have to do, because it kills my spirit, it kills my creativity, and it kills my ability to really serve at my highest level and show up with you guys and be in a beautiful energy and state. And so, yeah, I'm in the practice of everything that I'm talking about as I talk with you guys about it. So that was just one example that I wanted to put out there for you guys in case, in case you feel like, oh gosh, I took the time to like write to you. I took the time to make a comment and you don't even bother to get back. I promise you I'm grateful and I will get back to you. I just have to do it in the freedom and flow of my spirit, which I will do. So much love to each and every one of you guys. And I really want to check in. So let's see who's able to join me today. I've got Elf. So good to see you. And Alexandria. Yay. And Elf. Hello, beautiful soul. Great to see and hear you again. Infinite respect and love. And great to have you back, Elf. So much love and respect right back at you. And Roshan is here as well. And awesome. I love your comments. Elf, I learned over the years that my body will show signs of pain and sickness physically when I am not aligned. Absolutely. Even though the mind feels okay, boundaries were generally the issue. Saying yes when really it was a no. I'm going to fill in that last part of the sentence I'm guessing for you there, Alf. And thank you for sharing your experience and your wisdom here. I completely relate, right? That's what today's message is really articulating. Boundaries is a big thing. And it's really difficult to have boundaries when you're not clear on who you are, right? So the water is muddied in terms of where you end and another person begins, right? This is basically what we've all come from, right? As children, we've merged and molded with our parental figures. And over the journey of life, we have to detach, right? We have to create our awareness and our boundaries around who it is that we are, right? And what it is that we stand for. But we have to have the courage to actually align with that. And it takes immense courage when we fear disconnection and we yearn for meaningful connection. But we've gone to sleep to how divinely and innately connected we are in every single moment, because we haven't yet developed a relationship with our intuition connected to something greater. We're still outsourcing our power to those around us and outsourcing our value. And that's why we get into these patterns of draining and depleting and being boundaryless and all the rest of it, and ending up with physical symptoms, right? That's usually what people are most connected to, because we're so used to being in our gross reality, like the here and now and the physical, right, through our senses. And we're not even aware of the subtle realms that are available to us. And so we have to get into practices that will wake up our awareness to the subtleties so that we can close the gap between knowing what's right for us and our choices so that they become aligned. I love that, Elf. Thank you so much for being here. And Jacqueline, great to have you back. And Sanford, it's been ages. So good to see you. And Gertz, nice to have you live. Awesome. Okay, and Alexandra, hashtag wisdom in listening to our own inner voice and music. I love that. A worthy journey, the daily tune-ups. I like the freedom of spirit and nurture the no. I love that. Great pickups. And I know you're such a beautiful example of this journey of being a free spirit, my spirit sister. Love it. And Jose, good to see you. Hi, Vanessa. It's very nice seeing you again. So good to see you as well, my friend. Thank you for showing up and being a part of this message. And Nancy's here, and Marco, awesome, and awesome. Jose, oh, I love it when you guys comment. All right, here we go. When you mentioned to be more future orientated, I'm currently very focused on my goals. However, I have eliminated so much distraction from my life that I have come to ask the question to myself, I don't know if I'm so focused that it is kind of being confused with isolating myself. And by isolating myself, I'm scared that I could be missing out on certain things. I really resonate with this part of your journey, Jose. And it's a question that I've had for myself, particularly over these last 9 months, where I have gone from so much engagement in my external world to retreat mode, and to the point of letting go like the things that I've been attached to and going deeper and deeper within. And the truth is, only you're going to discover that answer. And you have to be willing to go down the path of what you are right now, and the fears, and dealing with the fears that arise. Like, am I isolating myself? Is this not the right thing? Am I going to be missing out on certain things, right? You have to be willing to go down that path in order to develop and attune your own barometer to what is actually true for you, right? And you can only learn and attune that barometer as you have the courage to face your own fears of loss, of missing out, of all of those different things. and I guarantee you will find the answer at the end of the tunnel. And what I've found is there's never a black or white answer. You know, the universe works in paradoxes, right? The truth is, it's a yes and it's a no. The timing is everything. So give yourself the time to retreat and get to know yourself, and then have the courage to come back out and test the waters and see what you've learned, see how you've attuned yourself. We all need to go within and practice deepening the subtleties of that barometer so that we can more courageously and boldly come out into the world and trust that we can make the right, healthy, aligned choices that we are meant to. All right. So, but that is a you journey, and I'm grateful for you sharing it here. And I would encourage you to answer the questions that or the journal prompts that I've put on today's message. You know, like, what have I been saying yes to that is really a no for me? What are the fears that are driving those choices? And what are you going to courageously commit to moving forward? But you're on the path, my friend, and I'm so excited for you, for all that you're going to discover. So keep going, keep having the courage and the confidence to back yourself and to test the waters and explore. And you can always reach out if I can further support you on that journey. Aoni is here as well. Good to see you. And Bill has joined us. Grateful to have you here, my friend. So that is my message for you guys. I am so grateful to have each and every one of you tuning in. I hope today's message has been of value to you. I hope that it enlivens and awakens something in you that allows you to reflect powerfully on your own choices right now and really be honest with yourself about what is the ratio of choices and decisions that you are making, that you're saying yes when it's really a no for you, or you're saying no, but it's really a yes for you. All right. Get attuned to that. Have the courage to slow down. And instead of being a yes man or woman, say, maybe, let me think about that. And start building that deeper, subtle awareness of your own inner barometer, all right, that can direct you towards what is really true for you, what is really aligned for you, what is really inspiring for you. And it'll take courage. All right, but that is what I want to share with you guys. And Dennis, good to have you, my friend. Yes, you've just joined when I'm about to sign off, but I hope you catch the recording to this one. Love to hear your thoughts on it. And Felipe and Manu, good to see you guys as well. Same to you. Dennis, sounds like an awesome message. I'm grateful to hear that and hope it is for you, my friend. And with that, I just want to share all of my love, all of my gratitude for each and every one of you guys for just being who you are, for being aligned with these messages and giving me an opportunity to do what sets my spirit free and show up and share what's really on my heart. So I couldn't be more grateful for each and every one of you guys. And much love to you, Philippe. So good to see you. So that's it from me. Can't wait to see you guys soon. And if you haven't seen, I put out a post just before I went live today. Check it out, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But over these next few days, I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys some pretty deep stuff that I've discovered over these past 9 months that have taken me on a clearer journey into my inner world. And I'm going to be sharing what I'm sharing with you guys in the hopes that it triggers you into a deeper exploration of your own self, right? All the stuff that we're talking about here, and becoming a more empowered individual who is here for great things, because you absolutely are, and start manifesting those things into your reality. All right. The last thing we want to do is get to the end of our lives filled with regrets of all the things that we didn't take action on, our inspirations that we didn't bring into fruition. We didn't quite lean into the courage that we required. All right. And so that's not what life is all about, right? Life is about like leading with courage, choosing love over fear, tapping into and trusting in your intuition and, divine intelligence, right, that is available to you in your own inner world, right? I heard somebody recently say to me, which resonated so deeply, because a lot of what I'm talking about, I'm not a religious person. I never grew up a religious person. But, you know, people will say, you know, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person. And, you know, whatever that means to you. But I heard somebody saying, I've forgotten who it was right now, but they said, religion is when you take a higher power and you put it, you make it external to yourself, right? It's out there. It's something that you are placing in your external world. And spirituality is when we take that higher power and we put it into our inner being, right? And we attune to that intuition, all right? And know and trust that we are guided from something much more intelligent than us in this experience of our lives, right? And so my hope is that through the messages that I put out into the world, because they're coming from that part within me, I can trust that they're going to resonate with that part within you. And my hope is that it awakens you too on your own unique journey of empowerment, of contribution, of service, of experiencing all that life has to offer, and ultimately aligning with love over fear in each courageous action that you choose to engage in, driven by your inner teacher, right? Your intuition, your inner guide, all right? And so hope that serves you as we go along. And Jose, running late, I'll hit the replay. Awesome. Hope this message serves you, my friend. And Ty, glad to hear your great messages. I'm so grateful that they are great for you. And thank you so much for showing up again. So much love to each and every one of you guys, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mwah.